Coach, first of all, first AFC Champions League match of the season. What are your thoughts on the opposition?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, especially those visiting from overseas. Well, it's our first game of the season, so it's one we're very much looking forward to. We've had a long 8 or 9 weeks worth of pre-season to get ready for not just this game, but a long and hard season in front of us that combines both our Indian Super League commitments and also now the position we put ourselves in to go to the Champions League for the second consecutive time. So it's a game we're looking forward to, and I know the players want to play games, so the players can't wait for the season to start.
Phurba, I'll come to you for your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, we are really excited, and as a player, we always want to play with the best and play in the best of the tournaments in Asia. And yeah, it's a really exciting and really good opportunity for us to showcase what we can do in top level.
We'll show the floor open for questions. Please raise your hands. Yes.
So this last season, Mumbai City FC finished second in the group. It was, I would say, most of people didn't expect that to happen. So this time around, what are the realistic expectations from this group, especially with Al Hilal in the middle as well?
Yeah, I think when we went last time, the only previous team was Goa, and they'd gone and got 3 draws and played well to get those 3 draws. We know how difficult getting any points in this competition can be. So I think there was a concern maybe us going there, we wouldn't be able to replicate what Goa had done. So to come away from that level of competition with what was the first team to win at AFC Champions League level, and not only do that, but to do that twice and finish second in the group, I think we left disappointed not to qualify, rather than actually maybe what the perception was going in. So to change that narrative afterwards was very positive, and I think it really showcased what Indian football can do on this stage. This tournament this year, very different, different set of circumstances. We're obviously based in Riyadh in a bubble because of COVID. This year we go back to the traditional format of home and away. So again, with that comes its challenges and differences. But the one thing I'm looking forward to is just trying to replicate the performances that certainly we had in the Champions League last year that put us in a strong position to get those results. And then it's just a continuation now of the work we've done over 2 years. This is my 3rd season with the club. We have the experience of the Champions League from last year, as well as the football that we played in the league last year as well. So I think if we can combine those together and we prepare as well as we can, we'll put ourselves in the strongest position we can. But as Phurba said, it's the top level of Asia competition, club football. So we have to be on top of our game to make sure we get anything out of any game.
Next question.
So the club announced a few days ago that Alberto Noguera is nursing in England. He has went back to Spain, and also another signing of Nassaji, and also he hasn't been featuring much in the Durand Cup as well. So what is the team news for tomorrow?
Who has not been featuring in the Durand Cup? Terry.
He hasn't featured much in the Durand Cup.
Okay. Yes, Alberto's gone back to Spain, so he's just recovered over there with friends and family, which was better than being in Mumbai to do that. But everybody trained yesterday, so we're still waiting on Al Kayati in terms of visa, which I know is a sensitive subject right now. But we're waiting on visa and for him to arrive. Not sure when that may be. But otherwise, everyone trained yesterday. So we'll train again today, and then we'll make the decisions on what we feel the best team will be to go out and try and compete firstly. And then for those to make sure we manage the game to try and come away with the result that we all want.
Coach, after the performance last season in the ISL, obviously there's a target on Mumbai City's back. Is that something that the team prefers? Because obviously you're a good team, everybody knows you're a good team, but does that add a little more pressure to you because you have to replicate and just breathe in every single game?
That's the excitement and the challenge for us as a club. We want to be, as part of the reason for coming here, the ambition of the club, the ambition of City Football Group, and where they want to position us in the Indian landscape, not just for now, but for seasons. And we've tried to, certainly in the 2 years I've been here, we've tried to build this club in a way that allows players to perform consistently. So it's not just about what happened last year, it's about this season, it's about succession planning with our players and our teams for the next 3-4 years. So hopefully we don't get the highs and the lows from season to season. That's the plan anyway. Football sometimes isn't that easy as you speak it. But no additional pressure for us. It's just a really good challenge, and one where we've recruited players that we feel are motivated to do that and want to continue success in whatever form the term success is really.
And just looking back again at last season, granted it is a completely clean slate right now, but do you allow yourself to look back and just derive some confidence that you know you've done it before, you can do it again? Is that the message for the players as well? That at least look back and just take that confidence.
Yeah, I think it's the same as anything in life, not just sport and football. I think when you have experiences of previous things, good or bad, they always position you better going again if you get the opportunity, whether it's a decision you make or the experience of going to another competition, as long as you learn from those mistakes or maybe learn from those experiences. You know, we were fortunate in the last campaign that we were very happy with what we did and what we came away with, so we got a lot of good experience from that tournament. But like you said, it's very different this time around, but that doesn't mean those experiences won't be useful this time around, because our players, we went into the unknown. There's a lot of people and players that hadn't competed at that level. But now they know what that looks like. They know the level of it. Obviously that will change from team to team, but there is a general standard to this level of competition which we've had exposure of.
Coach, so before going into any other team like an ACL team or Grand Cup team, you usually watch hours and hours of videos of the opposition. Have you had that chance in Massaji?
We haven't been able to get to any of their games in person like we do the ISL. It's a bit far for us. But yes, we have their games. So we've been able to look at that. And we've obviously a new coach, a lot of new players. Their season has already started. Played 4 or 5 games already in their league, so it's slightly different to us. But we don't know what they will do tomorrow. We don't know if they'll play the same way. We don't know if they'll play the same team. So the same as it always is, whether it's the ISL or it was ACL last time. We prepare our team as well as we can for what we know, and that's having control of what we will do. Our focus is very much on how we want to play, how we want to approach the game, whilst also preparing the players for what we think they may do. Now, there's no guarantees to that, so we don't spend too much time, but we need to prepare them as well as we think we can, whilst also not taking the focus away from what we want.
Any questions? Yes.
So my question is for Phurba. So as just mentioned earlier that last time around in the AFC Champions League you were playing in a bubble in Saudi. But this time around you have to travel to locations like Iran and Uzbekistan. So as a player, how exciting, at the same time how challenging it is for you, for any player?
It's always exciting and it's always challenging for us to do well, because we are in a top club and we are not representing only Mumbai city, we are representing India as a club, and to do well there's always pressure, but it's always up to us on our mentality, how we deal with it and how we prepare against top teams in this competition. So yeah, it depends on our mentality, how we take it and how we take all these challenges and competition.
Just last question. Coach, Nassaji's story and their journey to the AFC Champions League is giving a lot of hope to their city. It's something similar to what you're trying to do for Indian football essentially right now. So does that add a little bit of pressure, or does that motivate you to just showcase what Indian football has come to or has become?
I think it's a wonderful thing. I can only talk about our experience last time of going. We knew that, like Phurba's just said, when an Indian representative team, which is what we are, we're a representative team. We're not just representing our club, we're representing our region, which we include Brunei, obviously, where we are now. But also we know we're going to represent Indian football on the highest stage of club football that we can. And I think when that spreads around places that haven't had that before, you see the excitement around the community, you see the excitement around the country, because it's a new experience and it's something they haven't had before. And I can drive that all the way back down now into the ISL. We've got teams like Punjab coming into the ISL. For that region, that's a wonderful thing for them as well. So I think very good for our opponents in the region they represent. But for us, no additional pressure. It's just what is very exciting is we played Champions League last year away from home in Riyadh. This will be the first time we've been able to bring Champions League football back to not just Mumbai but back to India. So the first time for people to come and see this level of competition and the quality of players across all 3 teams will face to face here at the stadium.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Please raise your hands. Okay. If there are no further questions, we'll wrap up this second leg of the press conference. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Phurba. I'll just request both of you to post for some photos before we let you go.